Let's talk about the tropics. I'm meteorologist Robert Spetta here with First Coast News. Always doing our best to not hype, give you the latest facts, and be transparent about our forecast out here. And of course, with Tropical Storm Jerry was named yesterday. Still at that tropical storm status, moving towards the north and west. Winds right now at about 60 miles per hour. Definitely something we want to watch closely for parts of the Caribbean, specifically around Antigua, Barbuda, here just towards the east of Puerto Rico. Could be looking at some impacts from it, but at least at this time, it is still being sheared just a little bit. And you can even see that you have the diurnal heating of the day kind of flaring up some thunderstorms around this. But along the western periphery of it and water vapor imagery, you can see a lot of dry air, a little bit of shear interacting with it, kind of keeping it subdued at the current moment. But it is expected to move into an area that will allow for some intensification, get up to about that Cat 1 status just towards the north and east of Puerto Rico, a little too close for comfort for some of the smaller Caribbean islands out here, and they're used to getting hit by storms like this. But still, definitely would prepare for maybe even tropical storm type conditions, especially for boaters or maybe anybody heading out on a cruise or anything across this area. And then we pull back the broader picture. This is heading off towards the north, but it looks like most guidance is continuing to show it turn towards the north and eventually towards the north and east, staying well towards the east of Bermuda. In fact, if we take a look at just the satellite imagery, you can kind of see where all this cloud cover is flowing. So even without the numerical guidance, kind of get a good idea of where this headed. So no impacts on the U.S. East Coast at this time. Separately, I mean, the thing I would be watching a little bit more closely is the development of a nor'easter or a non-tropical area of low pressure just off the east coast of the Carolinas, which is going to bring some rough weather to places like the Outer Banks, even along the east coast of Florida, including the first coast. We could be looking at some gusty conditions on Thursday and heading into Friday. So with Jerry here, the Caribbean should watch this closely. No direct impacts on Florida. And I think some of the bigger impacts we're going to see over the upcoming days is not going to be from Jerry, but instead a new low forming off of the tail end of a front that is dipping down. That's going to bring kind of those messy coastal conditions. Combine that with the high tide. We're almost at a king tide right now. You're also already seeing a lot of water levels rise up, beach erosion, rip currents. That's all going to be some of the bigger issues with these passing showers as we go ahead through Thursday, Friday, and eventually this all lifts off towards the north into Saturday for the coastal areas of the Carolinas. So yeah, that's what we're looking at right now out here in the tropics. Of course, if you have any questions, shoot me a message. You can reach out to me at Robert Spetta, rspetta at firstcoastnews.com, or comment here if you're watching this on YouTube. As always, thanks for stopping by, and of course, we're going to continue to keep you posted at Hurricane Central at firstcoastnews.com.